so hopefully they'll do that, take care of what they need to take care of, and have the opportunity to play next week. That's my expectation of them, and we'll figure that out. But nobody is treated any differently on this team, and so when they don't do what is expected of them, there's consequences. And that's the only statement I have on that. Obviously frustrating. You get out early again, get up on 14 points, have two very successful drives early on, run the ball really well in the first half, and then don't have answers to make it happen in the second half. Now you got to give Wyoming credit. I thought they were really they were a lot more physical in the second half. They didn't do anything magically they didn't do any magic scheme change or do anything that we didn't prepare for or weren't ready for. I thought they were more physical in the second half and outplayed us there, especially on the edge and on the perimeter. The runs that we were hitting early on, they were getting off blocks and making plays better. And I don't think obviously the quarterback didn't play as well. I don't think he plays as well as he did last week early on in the first game. In the first half against UNLV. We had really good movement up front, moving the ball, and we had the opportunity. The two field goals hurt. The two missed field goals, both of them were Georgia broke upright on the first one, and the second one it didn't get any higher than this. So that's on the mechanics of kicking the ball. You got to hit that ball through the pipe. Got to get it up quick so that they can't block it because there wasn't great penetration. It just wasn't hit high enough. If we can make those two, it's 20 to. We have a 3-point lead. It'll be 23-20, and we're not trying to rush and score, and we're not in the situation to throw the pick six. So those two missed field goals hurt, and then we have an opportunity with a great punt return by a true freshman, Jamarius Lewis, to give us a chance to go up 21-20, and we don't capitalize. So we had a lot of opportunities that we did not capitalize on. You give the offensive ball 12-yard line, you get points out of it, and that was the second missed field goal. We had to have some players step up. Obviously, I thought Jarrett Reed did an okay job out there at corner. Didn't give up anything big. I thought he missed a couple tackles early. It happens a lot faster out there than you're ready for until you get game speed reps, and I thought he adjusted. I thought Jamarius Lewis played well for a true freshman, having his first significant action in both returning punts and playing in the secondary, and you're asking the true freshman to do a lot of things in his first thing. I thought he responded really well. And then obviously we have A.J. Halsey out there, who's the true freshman who you can get away with it in high school stuff where you've got a guy covered and you don't think the quarterback can put it in there. On the very first touchdown on 3rd and 10, he had the guy covered like a blanket and relaxed and wasn't expecting the guy to throw it. He throws over his head. That's a true freshman not being in that moment before. And then the second touchdown that they tied it up in the beginning of the third quarter, got some dirty eyes. In man coverage, your guy's going to take it to your job, run or pass. And sometimes they try and do a little too much. He got his eyes in the backfield to try and read the running play. And his guy slipped out. Now he's in the chase mode, and the tight end was open in the end zone. And give Andrew Peasley credit. We hit him a few times. He made some plays with his feet. He made some plays with his arms. They made more plays than we did at crucial moments in the second half, and that was the final. 27-14. Obviously, that pick six. Once again, we make those field goals. It's a different scenario, and we don't know that, but we did. And give them credit. It was a great college football game up until the final 3 minutes when we make too many mistakes. It's who we are, and we need to coach them better so that we don't create a divide. I was impressed with our team on the spirit of fight on the sideline. Still don't see. I can see it wanting to happen with a separation between a successful defense getting stops and the offense not scoring, and give them credit because they haven't. Even in the locker room, our center CJ Colin James stepped up and made some good comments that they're believing in it. So we've got to coach them better to give them a chance to be successful. Go ahead, I'll ask questions. Coach, and I'm not asking any questions about before they didn't play. I already made my statement, so don't even ask.
Coach, not going forward on 4th down inside their 10-yard line, electing to kick instead, is that something you look back on, wish you'd gone for right there?
Knowing that we weren't going to get, yes and no. 4th and 3, in the second half, you take those calculations on the success we've had. Obviously, we tried to run the ball 3rd and 5 twice to set something up, and they stoned us. And then 4th and 3, Miles had to make a really spectacular run to even get it to 4th and 3, and we weren't winning our one-on-one matchups at the receiver spot. So kicking the field goal was the right choice at that time because we were playing good on defense. We'd given up the first drive in the second half, and outside of that, they weren't really doing much. And so I'd assume we'd get the ball back a couple more times, and if we could make a play on defense, we would have decent field position. Like we'd have them backed up down there, we just didn't capitalize on it.
Coach, where was the momentum ultimately lost? You feel like, what does your gut say? Feel like where the momentum was lost?
The touchdown on the 3rd and 10 hurt. We got them 3rd and 10. They come out and empty, and we hit the quarterback as he's throwing it, and the tight end makes a great play. I mean, he goes up over AJ and catches the ball, and they get a touchdown on the. I mean, it's a 60-yard touchdown or whatever, 47-yard touchdown when we're in a great position. And if we make that play, they punt the ball, and now we've got some momentum to possibly go put more points on the board because we were running the ball really well at the time. We had almost 20 yards rushing in the first half. So I think that was a big turning point, but I thought we responded from that one. I was really disappointed in that first drive in the second half because we had an opportunity to get off the field and didn't, and then they beat us in man coverage for a lack of concentration. And it's not AJ Pulse's fault. He's a true freshman. You play true freshmen, you're going to have to live with some mistakes, and he'll get better for it. He'll be better for it. He'll play better next week from those two mistakes. He'll never. I bet you AJ Halsey will never relax on a seam route again in cover 2 because it's happened to him now. And you can tell him until you're blue in the face until it happens to him. It's a hard lesson, but you play true freshmen, you're going to have to go through those things. And I mean, they tell me we're the 7th youngest team in the country by the amount of freshmen and stuff that are playing. We need them to grow up. We need them to grow up really quick because those are our best players. Obviously, that's why they're on the field. What, Steve?
Coach, do you still believe that Miles Kendrick gives you the best chance to win?
Man, even on your way out, you're trying to start with that too. I don't know. I'll have to evaluate the tape and watch. I don't think we played well enough tonight to give us the best chance to win. And I don't know. We'll have to see if watch the tape and truly evaluate it and see if he's the best one to give us a chance to win. And if he is, he'll be starting quarterback next week against New Mexico State.
Other players were out. Dante Martin.
Dante Martin, we talked about already, has a lung issue. Should be out for about 4 weeks. Ray's still week to week. Alec got hurt tonight. They think he might have tore his ACL. Alec Morenko, so that one hurts. Bobby Wooten did not play in the second half. We'll get some x-rays on him. They suspect he might have some broken ribs, but we'll figure that out. He'll be week to week if he has broken ribs. If it's a clear break, then he'll be done for a while. If it's fractured, then we'll have to, the docs will let me know on that. But I didn't hear final synopsis on that, so we'll have to figure that one out. So that one hurt a little bit. I mean, Bobby played really well in the first quarter, for the first half.
Isaiah Chavez, was he there? Was he around?
No, he wasn't. But he wasn't on the dress list. So yeah.
What's his status?
He's on the team.
Okay.
Coach, Miles being your leading rusher tonight, I know a lot of that didn't come on scrambles, but is that just an example of him trying to do too much, or are you happy with kind of him just?
Oh, I mean, I thought he made a couple of plays with his feet that were really nice, and a couple of them were quarterback runs that were designed. The scrambling, no, but I mean, we have to have some guys win one-on-ones and get open and have a place for him to throw it. I mean, some of those are his fault, not all of them. I mean, sometimes he's got to take some chances and put the ball where the receivers can go get it and make some plays. I thought Elijah Queen made a couple nice plays in the first half right there towards the end of the half to get us in position to kick the long field goal that we missed. Sometimes he's got to take a few more chances and throw the ball. Moving him out of the pocket gave him a little bit of a chance in the second half, but we got to complete some of those balls so that we can get him to back off a little bit.
And I know you sat some guys for other reasons, but I mean, with Nate being the only running back to actually get some carries tonight, was there a specific decision behind that?
Well,
And
Nate
Jaden.
and Jaden ran the ball early, and Nate was the one giving us the best chance, and he wasn't tired or anything. I mean, I expect Nate to be able to carry the ball 25 to 30 times a game. He's our best one. When the other guys are available, they help alleviate some of that, and they're talented. So they weren't available. And so he took the brunt of it, and I thought he ran hard. I thought he ran really hard in the first half. I thought we did some really good things in the first half, but we didn't make enough plays in the second half to give us a chance, which is really disappointing.
It's basically a different game, right? Those four are out.
I mean,
I mean, the muff punt.
They're good players. So yeah, hurt your team. And I mean, are we gonna win that game with them? I don't know. I mean, we played the game with the guys that were available, that meet the expectation and the standard of our team, and I'm proud of the ones that fought. We need to coach them better to give them a better chance to be successful.
So they're out for disciplinary reasons?
They didn't meet the expectation of our team. That's my comment.
Do you guys do bed checks on the road?
They didn't meet the expectation of our team. I do bed checks every time. I do bed checks. I'm the last one that goes by every room on game nights. Every time. What else?
So you said, you know, just with the point swing, just with all the special teams, the missed kicks, the muff punts, would you say this game came down to the special teams?
Oh, I think, yeah. I mean, definitely was so special teams was a big factor in this. I mean, I talked about it on Tuesday. I thought we made some really good plays in special teams. We had a really good chance at a block punt where AJ just barely missed it in the first quarter when it was 14-0. That's an experience. I mean, blocking punts is an act. And he puts his hands a little bit too high because he was in the right spot. And if we get that, there's a chance it's going to be 21-0 with a ton of momentum. I thought Jamarius Lewis did a great job on the 2 punt returns. He got one early, and in the second half, he slipped when he tried to make that guy miss. I wish he wouldn't. I would have just ran by him or tried to run over him. But he gave the offense a great field position that we should have been able to come away with points, not a missed field goal. So I thought those were 2 big favorite plays in our favor. The big plays that were not made were by us. We missed kicks. Those were the 2 big plays. That's luck for Wyoming. So I thought we played well enough in special teams to win if we convert those. But we didn't.
Anything else? All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you guys.